Am I live? Can you see me? Okay, let's... Yeah? Hi, guys! I'm hoping it's working. Message me, comment if it's working, if you can hear me all right, if you can see me okay. Yay! Oh my gosh. Hi, Ancestral Guy. So this thing is so cool that I'm streaming through. I get to feature your comments. So, hi, Ancestral Guy. Hi, DM House. Hi, Q Paul. Hi, Nia. My brother is in live. Hey, Tommy. Tommy wants to be a mod. Okay, Steak and Butter Guy is my moderator. He's making sure that there's only love in the comment section, which I know you guys only have love in your hearts. Hi, Danny. Oh my God, Elsie. Hello. Elsie is very helpful in helping me prepare for this live stream. So I just want to give her a shout out. Thank you, Elsie. Hi, Mia. Hi, Samantha. Hi, Mary, Micah, me. So I have all of my food laid out right in front of me. I think you guys can see actually. So I have my egg pudding. I have my raw veal liver. This is my first time having this. And I have some steak in the back. So I have some banners that you guys can enjoy. Firstly, I want to say welcome, SB fam. Tell me where in the world you guys are. Comment in live chat. I want to know what time is it where you are and where are you watching? Amazing, Samantha. New York strips are the best. I do hate liver, but I eat it for the skin benefits. So I eat liver because I feel great the next day and my skin glows the next morning. Literally overnight, my skin just starts glowing when I eat liver raw. So I always start my meal with the liver, and I think I'll just start eating it right now. So this is the veal liver. Ooh, let's look at all of these locations first. Tucson, Virginia, Texas, shout out. Nashville, Tennessee. Hello from Arizona. After trying the cooked liver, have you started eating it more like that or back to raw? So I did try cooking liver with butter and some sea salt, and it was actually delicious. The flavor is so different when it's cooked versus when it's raw. It's definitely very enjoyable. Actually, I enjoyed it, but I didn't see the same benefits in my skin the next morning. So I feel like it's worth it to just eat it raw and disgusting and have better skin the next morning. That's the only reason why I eat liver raw. And I just can't believe Danielle likes liver. Tracy, she's in Alberta, California. Oh my God, this is so fun. Guys, please forgive me if I'm like all over the place, but this is my first live and I am just so ecstatic right now seeing all of you guys. Hey, Tanya. Hey, sister girl. Should I start eating the liver now or should I wait a little bit longer for more people? We have 90 people. Oh my gosh. Okay. Elsie says everybody should post their egg pudding on Instagram and tag me. Yes, please. I love sharing all of your egg puddings on my stories. I love sharing all of your steak smirks, egg pudding smirks. Look, I love sharing your creations. Makes me so happy. Also makes my mom happy. I tell her about it every day when I call her because she's in China. Hey, Erin. Oh my gosh. So many familiar faces. You guys can hear me okay, right? I feel like this mic really helps with the audio. Zimbabwe. Oh my gosh. We have someone from Zimbabwe. Thank you. Egg pudding changes lives. Hi, Jane. Good to see you. Atlanta, Georgia. Yes, I have tried raw steak. I want to show you guys though. I cooked up some steak right here. It's basically inspired by Linda the Carnitarian. I just cut up the steak and I sauteed it for no more than 15 seconds. So it's basically raw steak, guys. Do you see how red that is? Let's do a steak smirk. Mmm. Oh my God. So good. Mmm. Mmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Moo. Okay, I see some questions that I want to not miss. Yes, liver has vitamin A. Vitamin A is extremely beneficial for skin, so which is why I see such great skin glow the next day because liver is high in vitamin A. Makes sense. Hello, JS Young. Hey, Keisha. Oh my gosh. We have someone from, is that, can you read that on the screen? Oh, okay. I take liver supplements instead. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, can you eat raw hamburger? If you make sure that the raw ground beef is grass-fed, grass-finished, the quality is good, you can try it, but there's always risk in eating raw meat, raw fish, raw animal foods. But Elsie says no to the raw hamburger. Wow, there are just so many comments. It's hard to keep up, guys. Please, I'm so sorry if I can't keep up. Erin asks, what blush are you wearing? It looks so good. Thank you, babe. I'm wearing the Hourglass Ambient, the Glow blush. I forgot which shade, but it's the Hourglass. It makes your skin look phenomenal. I hate that once my steak gets cold, it doesn't taste as good, and I don't like reheated steak. I actually like cold steak, room temp cold steak. But if you don't like steak to get cold, then you might as well just cook it right before you know you can eat it. But if you're out and about, you can invest in a container that will keep it warm, or you can just reheat it. How much time needed until you could tolerate rendered fat? That's a good question. So I always say that rendered fat really induced a lot of digestion issues, including diarrhea. So a lot of diarrhea. So I stuck with raw fats, and that included raw butter, but a lot of raw beef suet. That really helped with better digestion, actually flawless digestion. But it wasn't until 5, 6 months in when I realized, hey, I can really up my cooked fats and I'm not feeling any diarrhea or stomach rumbling and gurgling. So it took a good 5 to 6 months. Okay, so you guys want me to eat already. I will start eating. Okay. I guess I'll just use this fork. So this is the 100% grass-fed, grass-finished veal liver. I got this from Whole Foods. I'm so surprised to see Whole Foods has different raw liver these days, so it's amazing. Okay. Oh, good. Mmm. Mmm. Oh my god. My hair. Wow. Mmm. Mmm. Mm. Oh my God. I took such a huge bite. So I just created that banner. This liver is the sweetest liver I have ever eaten in my whole life. The sweetest. It actually tastes sweet. Hey, Fitty. Okay, that was amazing. So it's official. Veal liver is sweet AF, like so sweet. It's actually good. And a lot of you guys recommended that I try veal liver on Instagram because I always post me eating liver in my stories. So this veal liver is confirmed that it tastes sweet. I can tell you guys, if you want to eat liver raw, go with veal liver. I can't believe how sweet it is. Look, it's so good. Mm-hmm. Yes, Erica. If you freeze it, it is supposedly safer to eat. So that's why I prefer to eat it frozen. But because I see it so fresh and the quality is so good and it's 100% grass fed and grass finished, I just figured I'll take the risk and just eat it fresh and thawed. But I do usually freeze all of my raw fish and my organs before eating. I wouldn't eat raw minced meat because if any bacteria was on the surface, it is now mixed through the meat. That's possible. But I do hear that freezing meat, raw organs is better to make it safer. But again, there is always risk when you eat raw animal foods of any sort. Doesn't hurt to just do a light sear. So you've been getting sick these past 2 days, like throwing up. Wow. What are you eating? Also, are you drastically changing what you're eating, what you are incorporating in your diet? Are you switching to carnivore like overnight? Because that is not a good idea. And that could probably be the reason why you feel sick. Nice. So you see, it's possible to eat ground beef raw. How do you cook your steak in the air fryer? So, since I'm in New York City right now, I don't have my Cuisinart air fryer with me. It's back at home in LA. So, these days, I've been cooking it just like this. Okay. So, I kind of just cut it up in little bits and saute it really, really quickly in my pan for no more than 15 seconds, 15, 20 seconds. And that's how I cook it these days, just steak bits. Do I use highlighter or is it that natural SPG glow? Well, first of all, I have a ring light at me so it can really reflect any lights on my face. But I'm not wearing any highlighter. I'm just wearing some powder, some Hourglass blush, some MAC contour to, bring out those edges and some eye makeup. So I don't wear highlighter because I naturally have oilier skin. If I were to wear highlighter, it would just clog my pores. Thank you, Tanya. Yes. Okay. Wow. There are so many comments. Roman, thank you. Okay. So I can't believe that Roman KS just contributed 19.99. Wow. Okay. Thank you, Roman. So if you guys don't know about Super Chat, apparently you can support channels and YouTubers by giving a Super Chat or a Super Sticker to make sure that, you keep me motivated and happy to keep producing content for you guys. So if you would like to support me and help me out with my channel and content creation, you can do what Roman just did and send me a Super Chat. It's at the bottom of the live chat, but up to you guys. So Roman says $20 for that huge bite. Yeah, I took a huge bite. And because Swiss are generous. Thank you so much. Please talk a little bit about how carnivore diet affects women in particular. My wife is so curious because she lost her period since starting her vegetarian diet. Okay, so that is a lot to talk about and uncover. Firstly, the vegetarian diet. I am not here to bash different diets, especially not vegetarian or vegan or pescatarian, because I myself had a history of being vegan for 6 years. So I respect and understand everyone's dietary choices. I'm not here to spread hate, and I don't promote that and support that. But a vegetarian diet is actually known to not really support a woman's menstrual and reproductive and hormonal health. It's just harder to keep it in tip top shape. And I know this because when I was vegan, I lost my period. By the fourth, fifth year ish, I lost my period. And I also was suffering from a lot of hormonal issues. Hormonal acne was a huge issue, just cystic acne all the time, and it was painful, pus-filled acne. I still suffer from the acne scars to this day, and I do believe that it was because I was not eating nutrient-dense animal foods. Instead, I was just focusing on vegetables and super carby plant-based foods. So the carnivore diet really healed my hormones. It brought back my period within the first 2 months, just 2 months of eating as much meat and fat as I wanted. I noticed my period was back. And now, 22 months in, my period is extremely regular. So I should actually change the banner. Are you guys eating egg pudding with me? Anyways, thank you so much, Roman, for your kind contribution. I really appreciate that. Thank you, XX. I'm a big fan of all of you guys. Thank you so much for the love. Kathy says, I love your show. Just found you. I've been watching Dr. Ken Berry and his wife, Nisha. He addresses all medical questions. Yeah, I really respect Dr. Kendi Berry, and I was able to share my story on his channel just a month ago, and he was so kind, so warm, and very knowledgeable. So much respect to him and his wife. For those of us who are just starting eating 3 meals, you only eat one a day. How long did it take to get to that point? Okay, so it took me a good 6 to 8 months to comfortably get to 1 meal a day type of lifestyle. And the first 6 months, I was not doing any fasting. I was just eating whenever I was hungry, and I was stopping whenever I was full. And sometimes it ranged up to 3 to 5 meals a day because I was extremely hungry. I was very malnourished, and I was just I had this insatiable hunger. So it took me 6 months to get to 2 MAD, and then a couple more months to get to 1 meal a day. Congrats, Scott! You should try calf's liver. It's super tender. I plan on it. I just need to find it. But veal liver, guys, is amazing. Do you still have any cravings that are not carnivore? I do not. I just really don't crave anything that isn't carnivore. So I could be cooking salads and pancakes, keto pancakes for steak and butter guy, and I would not be feeling like, ooh, I want to taste it. Ooh, it smells so good. I would just be making it, give it to him, he eats it, and I go eat my egg pudding. Okay, so let's eat the egg pudding now. I'm so hungry. Guys, I'm so overwhelmed by how many people are commenting. So please excuse me if I take some time to eat my egg pudding. Are you guys eating egg pudding with me? Have you tried making my egg pudding? It's so good. So I have tons of butter on top of this egg pudding. Okay, so egg pudding smirk. Oh my God, it's so good. Butter makes such a huge difference. How long did it take me to have a flat tummy? I think within weeks, I was already seeing dramatically less bloat. But again, I was vegan for the amount of time right before I went carnivore. So my bloating was insane. I felt pregnant, and I couldn't wear like dresses like this, skin tight dresses. I would be so self-conscious, but took just a couple of weeks to see huge changes in my stomach, like less bloating, pretty much flat stomach. Yes, you can use glass bowl. Ooh, okay. The story of how steak and butter guy and I met. Okay, we met at school at Juilliard. He was in my class, so that's how we met. The rest is history. So I answered that. Ooh. I know everyone is different, but is it common to gain weight when doing carnivore? I gain weight. I gained 25 pounds the first 6 months. And from what I see in the carnivore community, it is quite common, especially for women to gain weight. Yay! Glad you tried it. Hi, Cat. Oh, hi, Hannah. Oh my gosh, Hannah's here. Yes to bone marrow. So the brand of butter that I love, Kerrygold Vital Farms, recently I tried. I've been taste testing a lot of butter on my stories on Instagram. You guys can follow me on Instagram at Steak and Butter Gal right there. Let me just, there you go. If you want to follow me on Instagram at Steak and Butter Gal, you can see me eat, taste test, and eat organs every day in my stories. Mmm. Bella, can you make the egg pudding with a steamer accessory? Yes, you can. I kind of have a steamer rack that I use every day. It just makes it easier, but you don't need it. Yum. Jan! Oh my gosh. Thank you for the contribution. I really appreciate that. You're so sweet. Do you track macros? If so, how much fat do you eat? I don't track macros, and I get asked this a lot, but I really don't feel the need or the urge to want to track anything, my weight, my measurements, my macros. I just don't. I kind of just trust my taste buds, my cravings, what I'm feeling the day of, and I'll just eat until I'm satiated or sick of it, sick of the butter, sick of the fats. So what I usually do is I will have my egg pudding, or I will have my steak. This is 1.5 pounds of cut up steak. And on top of that, I will have a stick of butter. So I'll always have a stick of butter every day to make sure I get enough fat in. And I know I got enough fat in when I feel a little nauseous, like not to the point where I want to throw up. Like I have high tolerance for fat now, but when I feel like I'm very satisfied and just, it's like a feeling, you know, you'll get there and you'll know what it feels like once you eat enough fat. Okay. So look, just eat it. So good. This one is Organic Valley. So I take a bite of butter and I take a bite of my egg pudding. Oh my gosh, Alicia. I love Alicia. She gives me the best tips and the best stories. She always keeps me in check. So Alicia, thank you so much for the super sticker. I love you so much. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Micah French. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm like so overwhelmed. I want to get to everyone's messages, but honestly, the super chat messages show up first on my screen. Thank you, Micah French. Let me read what he has to say. Italians are more generous. Oh, he's like competing with Roman because he contributed saying Swiss are generous. Okay, you guys are crazy. Oh, you guys are the best. He says, people seem to think that just because you don't speak science, you can't be trusted. Experience is more than knowledge. I've built multiple businesses without any education. Damn, Micah. Kudos from a fellow entrepreneur. Keep it up. Thank you. Wow, so inspirational. Like, I'm so touched. I do feel like my channel is very much experience-based and just personal experience-based. So this is why in all of my videos, I always say, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical professional. Please take what I say with a grain of salt, because all I'm sharing is my personal experience. I'm not sharing, you know, medical advice or advice that will change your life or help whatever you're dealing with. I'm sharing what's going on with my life and what helped with my experience and journey from vegan to carnivore. So Micah, thank you so much for your love and your support. Thank you. You obviously are not a texture type person. Oh, as in like my food, right? Yeah, true. I like very simple textures. Egg pudding's my favorite. I've never heard of egg pudding. Okay, egg pudding is my mama's recipe that she kind of raised me on. It's called 蒸鸡蛋, which is basically translated to steamed egg. If you want to try it, I have linked the egg pudding recipe down in the description box. So click on that link and try it and tag me so I can reshare it. Can you play some piano, please? Wow. Let's save that for after I eat. Just remind me. But thank you for asking. I would love to. Oh, hello, another fellow Italian. Yes, Italians are very generous. Have you ever eaten anything that is not carnivore since you started carnivore? So I remember going to Steak and Butter Guy's mom's home for Thanksgiving, and she cooked me so many delicious carnivore meals. Some of those meals had some minuscule bits of vegetables and herbs. I ate it, and I would say that counts, right, as non-carnivore because it's greens. And I did feel a difference in the next day. I felt more irritable and I felt less well rested. So I try to avoid it at all costs. Hi, JH. Do I eat chicken? So I'm just getting back to carnivore. Yeah, if you don't feel bad on chicken, if you feel great, fine, eat it. Chicken is carnivore, but I personally don't eat it just because I have eczema here and I have psoriasis on my temples, but I find it never flares up when I just stick with beef and egg pudding and butter and liver. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. I love fat. I will never, Ken. Okay. Good question. These days, I don't salt at all. I just don't salt my steaks. I don't salt my egg puddings. I just don't eat salt. I don't scarf down the salt. I just don't, because I've experimented with it. Real salt, everybody says more salt, but I prefer no salt just because I feel better. But look, everyone is different. You may feel great on some salt, or you may feel great with salt in your water, salt on your steaks, or you might even feel great on no salt. So I think it's just personal experimentation. Okay, let me try to catch up with all of the Land to Table Gal. Hi, girl. Oh my gosh, thank you for stopping by. All things Smirk. Yes, steak Smirk. Okay, let me try to answer all of these questions. I notice my cravings for salt has dramatically decreased as time goes on. Yep, me too. Elsie asks, do you ever plan to reintroduce other foods like other meats like chicken? Is this more of a long-term lifestyle or long-term elimination diet, or are you 100% all-in hardcore carnivore lion diet style for life? Oh, yeah. So lion diet is coined by Michaela Peterson. She is on kind of an elimination diet style of eating because she has a lot of autoimmune issues. And because I have eczema and psoriasis, I find that this elimination diet way of eating is very beneficial for me, just because my flare-ups can be very painful to the point where I'm scratching when I'm asleep and I wake up with blood on the sheets. So I really try to keep it under control, be as anti-inflammatory as possible with my diet. So I do find that just sticking with steak, butter, eggs, liver is enough variety for me. I feel great. I don't feel like I'm limiting myself just because there's so many cuts of beef to explore. There's so many ways to cook eggs, as you all know. And there's so many brands of butter to try. So I feel very happy eating this way. I can see myself eating this way for quite a bit. For life, I'm not sure. And I say that because what if I get pregnant, right? And I start craving other foods? I am always open to experimenting with other foods. But for now, I see myself thriving on just these foods alone. But good question, Elsie. Thank you for asking. Have you noticed any improvement with breath and body odor since going carnivore? Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay. Goji Man reviewed what I eat in a day. Goji Man is vegan. Okay. So he featured me full blast on his channel in one of his newest videos. And everyone in the comment sections, all were vegan, obviously, were saying, oh my gosh, she must stink. She must have the worst body odor. Carnivores must stink. But Seriously, it's actually the opposite. I have no body odor. My breath never smells bad. Okay. And I just don't sweat as much. It's crazy. I know I sound crazy, but something in my body composition has changed where I no longer sweat as much, even when it's a hot day, even when I'm working out. And I just don't have any body odor, period. So maybe it's just me, but I actually hear a lot of people say that too. Okay. So I'm not sure if it's because I don't eat salt, but I'm on my period right now and I don't feel any pain. I don't feel any cravings for salt, for chocolate like I usually did. I feel great. So I'm not sure if it's because of no salt, but I really don't like eating salt. Thank you. Okay, so you can eat butter with all the things that you just mentioned only if you want to, only if your taste buds are craving it. I personally can't feel good and satiated without a stick of butter on the side. So yeah. Okay. I'm so glad this was addressed. You know how I post eating raw liver on my stories all the time? I got a lot of DMs about this, about the exact post of someone getting really sick. And I really think it is so important to make sure, firstly, that the liver is top notch quality. It's fresh, it's grass fed, and grass finished, firstly. And then, if you really want to eat it raw like me, yes, you should freeze it to make sure it's safer. But if it's really fresh, just eat it raw. Of course, I eat it knowing I'm risking maybe getting sick, but I just do it. But look, there's risk. So a light sear doesn't hurt. I remember speaking with Dr. Baker 2 days ago, and he said that a light sear will never hurt. It's not going to kill all of the great nutrients if you just sear it lightly in some butter. So it's up to you. Tanya, yay! Please make the egg pudding, guys. Please make it. Ancestral guy, do you still use tretinoin? It doesn't irritate your skin? 1% or 5%. So I just reintroduced tretinoin back into my skincare regime, guys. I just refilled my prescription and I use 0.1 strength. It doesn't irritate my skin when I use it with a really moisturizing cream, like a hydration. Okay. By the Beachful. How do I open this By the Beachful girl? By the Beachful, I remember you. You're always supporting my channel. Thank you so much for the contribution. She says, so I'm actually a vegan, but I'm also a mom of 2 girls. Carnivore is a very polarizing topic to talk about publicly. Bravo. What would you tell my girls about being strong mentally and emotionally? Wow. So much to uncover there. So you are a vegan. Again, I have no disagreement with that. If it works for you, it works for you. Everybody's body is different and everybody's lifestyle is different, which is all important when considering what type of food or diet you thrive on. So for mental health, emotional health, and strength for women, I really find that, being passionate about something or being really in love with some type of skill or hobby really helps with kind of discovering who you are. For me, that was always music, and it still is. Making music is so therapeutic. It's so fulfilling that sometimes I can just pour my whole heart and soul into it and just play music all day long. And it just makes me feel good about myself and it makes me feel confident about myself. So I recommend that you have your daughters maybe learn an instrument. I find that is so much fun. But thank you so much for the contribution. If you guys would like to contribute to my channel, you can feel free to send a super sticker or super chat down at the bottom of your live chat. It really helps. Jane, where do you buy fresh pork skin for the pork skin jelly? I buy it at my local H Mart or Korean market or any Asian market that may be near you. They most likely will have some pork skin. If you can't find that, you can always get a big slab of pork belly and just cut off the skin and make my mama's pork skin jelly. 猪皮冻. Lily says, Timothy McNamara cut out salt. I did that and it improved a lot. So I don't know Timothy, but I'm so glad that you feel better with no salt because it really changed how I felt as well on Carnivore, not adding any more salt. I have horrible stomach problems, and this diet sort of helped. What it makes worse is when I cheat. How do I stick to this diet permanently? Um, it's hard for me to tell you exactly how. It's really, I think though, the biggest thing to help you is to just up your fats, because I feel like cravings for junk, sugar happens when you're not fueled with enough fat. At least for me, because whenever I'm not eating enough fat, like if I only ate half a stick of butter instead of 2 sticks of butter, suddenly I start having cravings. So this is why I always demolish those cravings before it happens. And I'm on my period and I have no cravings because I eat so much fat, like sticks of butter and butter filled egg pudding. Okay, I'm going to eat some more, guys. Hi, Caitlin. Oh, Caitlin Ralph actually recommended this butter to me. So shout out to Caitlin. Thank you so much. I love you. Yay! Yes, pork skin jelly is great for skin. Do you eat grain-fed supermarket raw meat or grass-fed? So these days I've been shopping at Whole Foods and I just get their pasture-raised meat. So it's definitely not grass-finished, but I'm pretty sure it's grass-fed, but grain-finished. Yes. Look, you guys can just eat what you can afford. Okay, it's already a lot better than a standard American diet, a standard Chinese diet, a keto diet. Have you eaten out since coming back to New York City? I miss hot pot. I miss hot pot so much, Gabrielle. But I have not. I have not eaten out at all. I actually prefer eating at home. The butter is not raw. It's not raw. I can't find raw butter here in New York City. Okay. Yes. Thank you, Kitty. Fat really helps with cravings. It's definitely true. Thank you, Keto Marathoner. Yeah, it was such an honor speaking with Dr. Baker on his MeatRx platform on Zoom. And I'm pretty sure the whole interview will come out on the MeatRx YouTube channel, but it was so cool speaking with him. Me asks, curious to know what time you go to sleep. Ooh, I love talking about sleep. Okay, first let me adjust my dress. I don't want to flash you guys. So I sleep at least 8 hours, and maybe it's just me, but I need a lot of sleep. 8 hours is the minimum, honestly. But when I was studying at school, like my master's at Juilliard, I was running on 6 to 7 hours of sleep every day. So I feel like I'm still catching up on the sleep that I lost during those 2 years. I just graduated this spring, but I really feel the best on 8 hours, sometimes 9 hours of sleep. Do you take naps? I never take naps. I just feel like I can't fall asleep during the day because I'm just so productive and I want to get shit done. So I don't really sleep during the day. Is it okay to source meats from Asian markets? Yes, it is. It is absolutely okay. Of course, do it to your you should be your own judge when you look at meats in like Asian markets. Of course, sometimes it's not as trustworthy, but you can always ask the staff, see if they can tell you where it is sourced. You can look at the packaging, look at the price. If it's crazy cheap, it might mean that the quality is not great. But of course, just eat what you can afford. Okay, let me try to get to all of these questions. I love you too. Yeah, that's true. I have a whole video on poop. What are some of your thoughts about music and the arts in general? Can everyone be a musician, or do you feel making music is reserved for those with talent/skill? Okay, so yeah, we did talk about this, Elsie. I do think everyone on this whole planet can benefit from making music. And this doesn't mean you have to be a pro at it. It doesn't even mean you have to be proficient at playing it. As long as you can play some notes and feel the music just coming out of your body and the emotions, just be affected by the music that you make. Of course, it really helps just listening to music, but it's so powerful when you can make music. I think there's some power and therapy in making music. So I feel like the arts are so beneficial to kids, to adults, all ages. I don't think You have to have a certain talent to be a musician. It really takes a lot of hard work if you want to be good at it, a lot of committed practice, everyday consistency. But talent is honestly, in my opinion, not the biggest factor when it comes to being a musician. Can you name your top 3 favorite fats that you eat a lot? Okay, top 3 favorite fats. Butter. Raw butter is the best, but any butter really. And then beef suet, raw beef fat. I eat that raw. And third is, well, fatty steaks. And then the third, I would say fatty salmon. And I also eat that raw. So those are my favorite 3. You're so welcome. In the US, conventional meat is still fed about 80% pasture and then finished on grain. So it's not as terrible as people claim. Yep, that's true. Thank you for sharing that. Do you ever eat any cheese or heavy whipping cream? So I eat raw cheese. I don't eat heavy whipping cream. I feel great on raw cheese, actually. And I prefer to eat it when I'm on my period. It just hits that spot. What to do? I gained 10 kg while being carnivore. So when you gain weight, it doesn't mean that you are falling off track or that your health is not going the right direction. Just eat when you're hungry. Make sure you're not restricting. Just eat plenty of fats and plenty of fatty beef, I would say. And just keep at it. Stay committed. If you're feeling good, that's more important, okay? If you're feeling good, then just keep at it. For me, I gained 25 pounds and I lost it after a couple months. So it will most likely be shed if you're committed. Ooh, I like oysters. Kind of, not really. Okay, let's see. Is mineral water good on carnivore? I love sparkling water, and I think sparkling water is mineral water too, right? But yes, it's great. Spices and seasonings on carnivore. So I started off the carnivore diet with salt and black pepper. And there was a phase where I black peppered the hell out of my steaks. Like I would just pour black pepper all over my steaks because I just love the taste of steak and pepper. So look, if you love the taste of your meats with some seasonings and that helps you stay committed and satisfied, do it. It's fine. Are you good at math? I hear those that are good at math are musically inclined. I hate math. Raw butter is the most expensive for me to get. For me too. It's just really expensive. In the US, do you worry? Okay, where do I get my raw butter? Okay, raw butter I usually order from local farms like Dutch Meadows Farms here in the East Coast. In LA, I can get organic pastures dairy. The cheese I get at Whole Foods and Morton Williams because they just have raw cheese in their fridge section. So you probably can find raw cheese much easier. Mia asks, in the US, do you worry about politicians trying to cut the amount of meats we are allowed to buy? Honestly, I don't see any difference in the amount of meat I'm able to buy at grocery stores, so I'm not really worried about that. Okay. Thank you, Elsie. Oh my gosh, I love you. Oh wow, okay. I need to get to the super chats. Okay, we have another super chat, guys. Thank you, Fun Bunny, for the contribution to my channel. Helps so much. Thank you, Gal Guy. Ketosis after 1 year. Lost 80 pounds, intermittent fasting, walking, accident on 10/26, stalled, still recovering. Went from plant to Dr. Fung keto, and then now beef fast on 3rd day. Finally, ketosis. Empty. Yay! Okay, so thank you for sharing your whole journey. Very concise, but I got it. I got what you're trying to say. Congratulations on getting to where you are right now, Fun Bunny. I'm very happy for you. And Dr. Fung is amazing. I read his book about fasting. He is amazing. And it's not just because he's Asian. He's amazing. And I love his books. I love his lectures on YouTube. He has a lot of interviews and lectures available for free to listen to. So I always love listening to him talk whenever I'm walking Simba or whenever I'm just out and about in the city. But yeah, thank you for sharing your journey. It is very inspiring. Congrats. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me just get to these super chats, guys. I always get to the super chats first because these are contributions. Aw. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Y Cam. I love Tommy so much. So much. He's my everything. Thank you. Wow. What a huge contribution. Oh my God. I'm flattered. Yeah. Okay. Let me just get through all of this. How does SB Guy feel about keto so far? So, right now, he's kind of busy. But I do know that he's feeling better. He's feeling a lot better. And I see it in his skin, guys. He kind of sometimes will have breakouts here and there on his temples, which is similar to me, actually. But these days, his skin is glowing. It is even toned. It is moisturized. Of course, I do nightly skincare routines for him every day because I'm the best girlfriend ever. But yeah, he feels better. He tells me every day. And I go to the gym with him and I see how strong and sexy he is in the gym. Okay. Okay, I have to get to the next one. All right. Stanley. Oh my gosh, Stanley. Thank you so much for the contribution. Um, work at Whole Foods. So this is the best I can do. Wow, you're watching me at Whole Foods? Jeez. $10 for being a brave woman. You take crap from insecure people who probably read WebMD all day and never take action. Cheers to effort and action. Cheers to the carnivore diet because the carnivore diet is seriously what gives me all this confidence and happiness. So thank you, Stanley K, and have a great day at work at Whole Foods. Awesome. Okay, Johnny, only about 90% carnivore here, but I have 3 pounds of jerky. Oh, that's awesome. Beef jerky is awesome. I hope it's not heavily seasoned with too much seasonings, but I hope you can slowly transition to 100% carnivore. Congrats and thank you for sharing, Johnny. I remember all your comments, so thank you. Wow. Yes, amazing. Okay, Autogenous Vonderplanets is amazing. And I must say, my friend on Instagram, her name is Primal Carnivore, Jaline. I have to shout her out. She is a raw carnivore and she always quotes Autogenous Vonderplanets, Primal Carnivore on Instagram. You should go follow her. She's my sis, my babe. And I love watching her stories. But yeah, there's something magical about raw carnivore. I don't know if you guys have ever tried a day of just raw carnivore. I would love to know if you have tried because I want to know what it's like. I might experiment for myself and share on YouTube actually. Me and my husband have been trying to fully commit to carnivore. He always blames me for giving in. He's out of town and I've been 100% and he's been eating poison. Okay, I understand the struggle right there, especially when you're in a relationship and your other half is just not eating the same as you. You know, they have cravings or they just want a burger with sourdough bread, whatever. And I kind of just have to accept it and not be bothered by it because, you know, I love him. And if he wants to eat that, I just let him eat it. But I think what really helps is if you take control of the kitchen and you really cook the meals and you make it like a delicious meal, you know, cook it ahead of time so he doesn't have time to sneak in any snacks or junk or poisons. Cooking for your family, for your significant other and yourself is a great way to help with diet, you know, to help introduce new carnivore meals to transition into a healthier lifestyle. So I hope maybe that could help. And I wish you all the best, Samantha. Where do you buy your lamb liver from? So the lamb liver, do you mean, yeah, okay. So I got it at Whole Foods. Yeah, I finished it, guys. So if you just came in live now, you missed it. But don't worry, I'll save this video onto my channel and you guys can stream it after it's out. Okay, let's eat some more pudding. Mmm. Oh my God. Mmm. Steak and butter guy is very fortunate. Okay. Oh, thank you. Yes, please hit the thumbs up. I love that you guys are chatting live with me. It makes me feel so loved and so happy. I feel like I could do live chat like very frequently. Would you guys want that? Me going live frequently? You have a great personality, so down to earth and relatable. Thank you, Chelsea. That's so sweet of you. Love dipping my liver in egg yolk. Whoa, that sounds amazing. Yeah, egg pudding ASMR. let's do some more because it is so good. The recipe is down in the description if you guys want to try it. Okay, let me address this. Sorry if you guys have to repeat comments. I'm so sorry. There's just so much going on. I'm horribly anemic. Beef liver or bison liver or maybe lamb, which is best? You're the best. Keeping awesome. Okay, PCD2. For anemia, you definitely want to make sure you're getting in the organs, but you also want to make sure you're getting enough calories in general. So really up your fats if you can, and eat fatty beef. Okay, that's the best. So nourishing. But for liver, honestly, any liver that you can get your hands on and afford, and make sure it is very top-notch quality. But honestly, any liver is fine. I've never tried bison liver, but veal and beef liver, perfect. Elsie, thank you so much. Thank you. I know I'm so lucky to have the best fams. SB fam is what I call you guys, steak and butter family. So you guys are the best. You guys are what make this channel and my Instagram possible because I just feel so inspired to keep posting and sharing. So thank you, all of you guys, for all the love and support. Thank you. Love you guys. Once a month live. That's very doable. That's very doable. Thank you, Erica. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Yes, I love live chat. I'm so happy how successful this is going. Like, I'm so shocked how many people have showed up. My hair is just all over the place. Okay, I will play some piano in 5 minutes because I'm going to close out this live in 5-ish minutes, okay? So I'll play some piano at the end. So stay tuned. Oh yeah, I had the shits with Carnivore too. It's normal. It's very common. I made a whole video about poop and I talked in depth about the runs, the loose stools, the blockages. It's possible. It happens, and it's probably either because you're not eating enough fat or you're eating too much cooked fats. Check out my video. Yes, kidney is amazing. I eat kidney on my stories, like sometimes, not too much, but I love kidney. Is there a noticeable difference between scrambled eggs and egg pudding? Well, the texture is definitely very different. Egg pudding is steamed. Scrambled eggs is like sauteed fried. So I guess the cooking process is what is most different. Okay, let me try to I get so much hate because we don't allow my son to eat any carbs besides. Oh, okay. Well, look, Samantha, you are an amazing mom. You clearly know what's good for your kid, for yourself, for your husband. You just keep doing you and ignore the hate. Oh my gosh, land to table gal. Let's do raw together. Definitely. Okay. One more. Any tips for someone who can't really get the best? I don't have a lot of money for top quality, so I have to cook everything. Also, pastured food is expensive in my country. Okay. So if you just can't get top-notch quality and also you can't afford it, you need to be on a budget, then you don't need to get the top-notch quality and the best of everything. Just get what you can afford. If that's just ground beef, that's like very lean, that's fine. Just get it and substitute with whatever fats you can get. It's very flexible, this type of diet, and you don't need to be spending big bucks. So really, message me on Instagram, then I can, talk about it with you in depth, I guess. But I'm not a doctor, but you can message me on Instagram. What? That's such a good price. Crazy. Aw, okay. Victoria, hello. I will do more live streams for sure. I love hanging out with you guys. Wow. Carmen! Carmen is my best friend. My best friend. I love you, Carmen. Oh, Simba's. Okay, Simba is right at my feet. So let me try to pick him up. Hopefully, I don't break any of these wires that are all over my laptop. But Simba likes to sleep at my feet. He's been at my feet. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Simba, baby. Simba, do you want to say hi? Simba, do you want to say hi? Whoa! baby. Simba. Oh my God, my baby boy, such a good boy. He's trying to eat the egg pudding. Guys, he's trying to eat the egg pudding. Simba, should I feed him egg pudding, guys? Yes or no? Hey. Mwah. Give me egg pudding. Oh my God. Sorry, I've been neglecting you. I've been hanging out with my friends. I'm so sorry. Here, let me give you some egg pudding for being such a good boy. Okay, Simba? Okay? So, look at this. Simba, do you want some egg pudding? Okay. Oh. I love you, baby. Okay, go back to sleep. Go back to sleep, baby. Now he's wide awake because he just got my egg pudding in his mouth. Oh my God. He's getting so heavy. I'm like out of breath. Woo. Okay. All right. It's almost an hour, and I feel like I should probably end this live stream soon just because, I have to like watch a horror movie with Stick and Butter Guy. So, let me see. I started the carnivore diet a few months ago because I have psoriatic arthritis. Anyways, I have been eating 1 pound of beef and 4 to 5 eggs. Like my husband always tells me I eat too much. Is it true? There's no such thing as eating too much on the carnivore diet. Okay. When you're omitting carbs, seed oils, plants, oxalates, and all these histamines from your diet, you're seriously just feeding your body the best foods, the most nutrient dense foods, especially if you're eating organs that you could possibly be eating. So there's no such thing as eating too much. Just eat when hungry, stop when full. And I promise you, you're going to feel great. You're going to look great. Okay. So don't stress. Less stress is better. Sleep more. Yeah. Simba is so big. He is caramel. He's like a red golden. Simba's the best. Simba, everybody loves you. Everybody loves you. His face is on my lap because he wants more egg pudding. Don't let perfection be the enemy of the good. Buy the meat you can afford. Perfect wording right there. Thank you. Exactly. I was wondering what kind of foods you give your dog. I tried giving my dog a similar macronutrient ratio and he had diarrhea. So, firstly, the diarrhea may happen because you maybe didn't transition slowly this new diet into your dog's current diet. So I think transitioning is very important for dogs because if you shock their system with suddenly new macros and new foods, raw or cooked, it will cause diarrhea. And this happens with Simba all the time. So I have to be very sensitive in even introducing any new organs or any new single foods. So transition is important. But I find that he does great on this dehydrated dog food brand called Sojos, Sojos. And on the side, I feed him a lot of bones, chicken feet, a lot of raw organs, kind of as treats. And he actually grew up on Costco grain-free puppy kibble, which is really good. Did you ever have problems with milk product digestion? At first, I did actually. I got diarrhea when I had my first dairy product. But once I, took it out, brought it back in, eventually it got better. So I would not introduce it for the first time and eat a lot of it. And I would really try to make sure that the dairy that you're introducing for the first time is unpasteurized, that it's raw and just not heated. Because yes, I know since you're Asian, Tommy, I'm Chinese. So we tend to have lactose intolerance. But I find that having raw dairy is amazing. It like kind of negates that lactose intolerance. I don't eat fruits. Bye, Angela. That's awesome. Aw, thank you, fasting bastard. Wow, what a name. Okay. Yeah, I love red meat. I don't know. I just thrive on red meat. But again, I eat organs, and I also eat eggs and I also eat fish and butter. Yeah, you're very welcome. I think, yeah, for dogs, yes, I think it's very important to just really play around with macros. But the barf diet is great. So is the prey diet, raw prey diet. Okay, guys, so I'm going to end this live chat now. I hope that this live chat was fun for you guys. I hope you got to enjoy eating egg pudding with me, watching me eat egg pudding, steak, and raw veal liver. So now I'm going to play some music, and you can feel free to slowly say goodnight. Now, I want to know where you are in the world. Let me show this. Okay, so please, oh, not that one. Tell me where you are in the world as I serenade you guys goodbye. Okay, hopefully you guys can hear me. If not, I'm sorry. Love you. That was Bach, by the way. Okay, see you guys next time. I love you guys so much. Bye. Good night.